wherever you guys are at. My name is Chrissy, and thank you for joining me on my new YouTube channel. Click down the link and subscribe. It's a pleasure being here. I've been getting a lot of requests on starting a YouTube channel, and I'm finally taking that leap of faith of joining in this YouTube family. So let's talk about right now. I live in Miami, and I'm a model, and I'm also a flight attendant, and I think I want to start talking about just different things. Let's see. So I know what I'm gonna name this. We're gonna name this Things I Wish I Knew in My Early 20s. I wish I knew that growing up, I wish I knew about credit. Like, I really wish I knew about credit, because I'm now 28, and it's just like I found out about credit a little bit later in the game. I'm not mad at it, because once I found out about it, it was more so, okay, this is what I need to get the things that I want. My parents kind of raised me in a way where I'm not hating on how they raised me. My dad raised me to say, hey, I'm working hard for you to be in school, so you don't have to work, you don't have to do anything, but all I need for you to do is make sure you pass all your grades, all your classes with good grades. I did not send you to school to play around. But you know, when it came to being an adult, I wish, because this is not on my parents, I'm not going to blame them at all, because they're also learning with me. I'm the oldest, so you know, when you're the oldest child, it kind of goes to you know, they're learning while you're learning. But I wish they taught us that in school. I really do, because it was just like, when it's time for you to go get your car, it's so important. When it's time for you to go get the apartment that you want, and you know, your parents are like, oh, you know, this, that, and the other, you need credit. Credit is so important. It's so important. It's one of the main principles in living in America. You need to have a good credit score. And not only do you need a good credit score, you need credit history. So yeah, it's just like, okay. Also, working experience growing up. I wish that I kind of picked on a little part-time job here and there, because when it goes to getting the jobs that you want, they want to know that you have experience. Like you've worked somewhere. I remember my first resume, I was writing about how I was like team captain. I took some leadership roles at church, and you know, I was so excited. I was so excited that I've been a dancer for this amount of years, and so that meant I was part of an organization and that I was loyal. I was so excited to put that on my resume. But you know what, that wasn't good enough. Thank God somebody gave me, you know, a little part-time retail job for my first job, and actually gave me an opportunity. But I kind of felt like I was like lying a little bit just to get what I needed to get. And you know, I was just like, okay, alright, this is me working. And my mom has a lot of connections, so thank God for her, because the person that helped me with my first job, it was at a daycare. It was at a daycare, and I was supposed to be a camp counselor. Well, me and kids, we're great, but these type of kids, they're not great. So I said, Mom, I think, you know, if I don't get in if I see myself kind of getting in trouble, because these kids were like smart mouth, and it was kind of in a bad area. It wasn't kind of, it was really in a bad area. And I was just like, Mom, I think it's best that, you know, does she have another job that I can do? And I ended up being her secretary. And that was cool, because I learned how to be organized. I learned a lot about accounting and receipts, and just how to kind of run a business, and learned that women can also be like a owner of something and have their own business, and it be efficient and successful. Because here was this black owned family business that was successful in that area, and she did it all by herself. So I'm actually happy for my first job. But I know a lot of my friends that actually had to go through their first job, they were just like, Chrissy, how are you getting these jobs? Because I'm not having no luck, and on top of that, they're saying I don't have experience. And a lot of them had their degrees and everything, and I was just so mind blown, because I'm just like, you're supposed to go to school, That's what we're told, right? Go to school, get the job that you want, the degree is enough. That you don't think beyond that point. No, that's not how it works. You need experience. You need, yes, you have the degree, but you need experience. We need to know that you have work ethic. So that was one of my points. You need to have work experience in this beautiful country. Also, another thing that I wish I knew in dating, I wish I knew that when you date somebody, does not mean that's gonna be your husband. Like, I can laugh now, but like the younger 20-something me was just like, I was so devastated and heartbroken because I just put my all and so much in like love. Like, so my sign, I'm a Pisces, so I love love. I love love, and I'm not just one of those love is possible. No, I believe in like that Notebook love, the Disney Cinderella story loves. Like, I believe it's possible. I don't care what nobody thinks. So anyways, I used to be diehard, just love, love, love. No, we can work this out. And also I have, a history of watching my parents who now have been married for about 31, 32 years. So I'm like, oh no, we're gonna work this out. You're gonna be my man forever. Where are you going? They don't work like that. So I wish I was a bit optimistic and kind of just go with the flow of things. Like, that's what I would tell my younger self while dating. Like, don't give your spouse so much, like, because when they decide to leave or decide that they don't want to do that anymore, they can just walk away and take everything from you. Everything. And for me, I was like, oh my God, my soul, my heart. Where are you going? I don't know who I am anymore without you. Like, that's how I was, like, growing up. And it's just like, girl, chill out. Like, sit down. Like, it's okay. It's okay, because whoever is for you, they will love you just as hard as you love them. So, somebody doesn't want to work it out. It's okay. Move on and focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. I say this all the time. Like, when somebody gets out of a relationship or a breakup, don't jump to the next person. Don't jump to this, that, and the other. How are you jumping into, it kills me. Why are you jumping to another situation, another relationship, and you haven't even healed from this one at all? At all. Why? Why do that to that person, and why do that to yourself? Because the thing is, you're going to run into a problem and you're going to be like, wow, why does this keep happening to me? Why does this keep happening to me? Why do I keep getting the same outcome? It's because you never addressed it in the beginning, and you never dealt and took out yourself and remembered your worth once you got out of that last relationship. So it's just like, pause, break. Okay, so I'm on a break. Just chill out. Date yourself for a while. When I say date yourself, go to the movies. Take yourself out to eat. Have a girl's day. Whatever it is, just fall in love with yourself again before you start giving somebody else that part of you that you never healed. So that's what I would tell my younger self. I would definitely tell my younger self that. Also, I would tell my younger self about friends. Friends, they will come and they will go. But the ones who stay, I like y'all. Y'all, that's my sis. Like, my sister, my brother, like, that's family. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm not the easiest person to deal with. And also, I have an interesting personality, and that's okay. And I feel like everybody is supposed to be uniquely different. Like, if you see all my best friends, you see that they're all different, and that's okay, because we all balance each other out in a certain way where we will only understand. And I love them all deeply because we all been through an experience, and we all gravitated to the people and the women that we are now. We're still growing, but we can go weeks, months, whatever, without talking to each other and still come back like nothing even happened. Like, perfect example, I have a best friend since kindergarten, like over 20 years, and every time I just hang out with her and just reconnect again, because she lives all the way in California. Hey Lydia. She lives all the way in California. It's just like, she's like my soul sister. Every time we get back together, it's just like it never left. Never left. We never left. And it's always that same love and that same genuine, pure, like, I want to see her be the best person. She wants to see me succeed. Like, it's just like, those are the type of people that you want to have around your circle. You don't want to have somebody who's envious around you. You don't want somebody who's constantly telling you the things that you're doing wrong, instead of encouraging you and giving you positive words of affirmation and saying, hey, you know, I know this didn't go right, but here's the brighter side of things. You know, like, you always need somebody to just tell you that you're okay. Because sometimes, another thing that I would tell myself, stop being so hard on yourself. We are, as human beings, are so hard on ourselves, and it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Like, stop being so hard on yourself. And, you know, I'm getting excited just like talking about this, because I'm actually happy that I'm doing this. Like, I can't believe, like, it's been a minute. People keep telling me like, hey Christy, put out content, what are you waiting for? And honestly, sorry to get sidetracked, but it's just like, I had so much going on in my life last year, and I'm very personal when it comes down to certain things, and I'll get more in detail about it later if you guys wouldn't, you know, want to know about it. But, you know, I feel like it's time now. It's time. It's quarantine time, and we just got nothing but time, you know. And things in my life is going pretty good, so it's like, why not? Why not now? So thank you guys for staying tuned right now. But, you know, there's a lot of things that I wish I could tell my younger self, but these are the main important things that I would instill into my younger self. And have a savings account. Don't spend your last on everything. I mean, yeah, have fun, because I definitely have fun. I still gonna have fun, because life is just a bunch of joy, and every moment, every memory is so important to me. So have fun, but also save your money. And I think this quarantine time is showing everybody that even if you do have an emergency fund, have an extra emergency fund, because you never know what's gonna happen. My parents used to say that all the time, and I listened. I knew, you know, I saved money, but I'm talking about as an adult now. You really want to save money. And one last thing that I would tell my younger self is, dream big. If you're gonna dream big, just make sure you dream, you do, and you put all the work that comes with it, and be the best in it. Give it your all. Please go down in the comments and let me know what you would love to talk about. Feel free to ask me questions.